Ha 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 ha. Just when you thought that tier list couldn't be milked enough, boom, we have another one. Yep. I've ran out of ideas already. Yeah, we're doing this. We're doing another one. I'm sorry. All right, what's up, guys, and welcome to another tier list. My third one. First was games, then was characters, and now it's, I guess you could say classes of animatronics, types, categories, whatever you want to call them. I just say classes, but maybe that's not the right word. I don't really care. So, believe it or not, I made this tier list because I thought it would be fun. And basically, what I mean by classes, I mean type of animatronics. So which animatronics fit into a certain group. I totally did not just look off the Fnaf wiki. I would never do that ever. No, get out of here. I wouldn't do that. All right, and I'm just gonna stop with the freaking stupid little intro and just get into the stuff that y'all want to see, because my intros are cringe. Starting off easy, simple. The classics, the classic animatronics, the animatronics that are classified as classic. Okay, listen. I don't care what you have to say. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to give a disclaimer. Yeah, it's my opinion, so please don't get angry at my opinion. But I don't care what y'all have to say. The classics, in terms of groups of animatronics, are probably the best. Let's be real here. They're simple, but they're not too simple. They're not, overly creepy. They are creepy. They're not that creepy, but they're scary enough, which is what counts. And the designs are literally timeless. Like, time will never stop them. By the way, this only, according to the wiki, this only contains these four. Knuckle and Freddy. I probably shouldn't have done the wiki, but you know what? I don't really care. Yeah, like it's not that like difficult to think about. In the end, the classics started it all. Without the classics, we wouldn't have the Wizards, we wouldn't have the toys, probably not the Fun Times, Rock Stars, etc., etc. It's just no questions. These guys, like, set down the groundwork for future animatronics to come, and without them, Fnaf probably definitely would have been a very, very different story, I will admit. Classics are great, and I feel like they are entirely deserving of an S tier. Wizards, which consists of Freddy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, and Withered Foxy. Of course. Really freaking good. Again, I'm gonna give them a solid A right off the bat, like a really solid A. Okay, so let's get it out of the way. Withered Bonnie is one of my favorite animatronics out of all of them, and these three, they aren't that far away from perfect, I will admit. Like, they're at first when I was just first looking at them, I thought they were too over, well, at least in terms of like Bonnie and Chica mostly, they were too like overly like, oh, this would never happen. But then again, frickin' Fnaf wouldn't happen IRL. Like, they just looked like a bit too withered, I guess. But that's what they're supposed to be. But afterwards, I found it that they're so iconic, really. We all thought that they were the original gang, even though they aren't completely. They're the gang from the past, obviously. They're past forms. But in all, I just really like them. Withered Chica is one of the creepiest animatronics out of the whole series, I gotta say. Freddy and Foxy are awesome, and again, Withered Bonnie is one of my favorite animatronics out of all of them. So why aren't they as good as the classics? Well, obviously, the classics are just way more memorable, way more noticeable than the Wizards. But otherwise, also the Withered animatronics themselves, they haven't been explained too much. I'm still waiting for a unwithered slash freaking Fredbear and Friends game, if that ever happens, which I pray to God it will one day. But yeah, nothing to say other than the Wizards. They're great. They're amazing. They're Chad work. All right, moving along to toy. So the toys, they consist of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Mangle, obviously. Also, BB, JJ, and the puppet. So, very, very solid lineup. So what do I have to say? Okay, so most of the toys I just think are decent. Well, okay, so Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, they're fine. Honestly, they're alright. Mangle's, I really like Mangle because obviously she's way more unique than the other toys being all broken and stuff. BB's alright. JJ's forgettable. I'm just quickly saying what I have to say. And Puppet's awesome. Puppet's also one of the best characters. Like, I wouldn't consider any of them my favorites. The designs, they're well, obviously they're simplistic, aside from Mangles, I guess. But obviously they're made to be simplistic. They're quite literally called toys. Their designs are based off action figures. That's what they try to stand for. Their point in their role in the story and the lore is really just replacements, more kid friendly, but also like the security devices. Yeah, I don't know. As for theories, the only real other thing I can think of is well, obviously the puppet is one of the most influential, probably the most influential part in the lore. I think I'm gonna give the toys B. Yeah, I'll give them B. Yeah, I think a B's alright. I guess the toys don't stick as much. Maybe one, because they don't look as good as the originals. Well, in my personal opinion, they don't stick as well, the designs, as the originals. But otherwise, they're fine. If you guys like the toys, which I do like them, they're just, not as good as these other guys for me. Fun time. Ooh boy. I know, first of all, I know quite a lot of people who would say the Fun Times are the best out of all of them. I can't argue. I cannot argue if you think of that. They're really, really good. So really quickly, it consists of obviously Baby, Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, Ballora, and then Lobit, Bonnet, Mini Renas, Baby Babs, and Funtime Chica. Because she's a fun time. Yeah, even though she's from a different game, she's a fun time. Oh, also Electrobad, I forgot about him. But, okay, so a lot of the fun times are really good. Baby is great. Funtime Freddy's awesome. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, those are the best ones. Alright, so obviously they have a lot bigger, quite a big role in the story of being these seemingly child-friendly robots that are actually meant to diddly-dang snap the necks of poor little kids that happen to get too close. So a lot of the fun times I just think are decent. Funtime Freddy is my personal favorite fun time out of the group. Yeah, I don't know. There are some great ones, don't get me wrong. There are some stinkers. I'm looking at that Bon recolor over there. But aside from my personal opinion, I say they're not the best. But I say that they get a solid A. I think an A is pretty good. In terms of the group, a lot of the characters are either we don't know. We all don't know because it's Scott. But a lot of the characters, quite a few of the characters are seemingly uncanon, non-canon, whatever you want to say. But otherwise, yeah, they're really good. They are very, very good. But I do not judge you one bit, and I do not argue with you at all if you think the fun times are the best. Moving along to Rockstars. Okay, so Rockstar Freddy, Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica, Rockstar Foxy, and Lefty. Yes, Lefty is a Rockstar animatronic, not like a scrap animatronic. He's part of the Rockstar gang. Okay, so obviously a lot of the Rockstars aside from Lefty are basically like you never see one of the Rockstars aside from maybe Lefty as your favorites. Like when was the last time someone said Rockstar Bonnie or Rockstar Chica was my favorite? Like I've never heard it personally. The only one I could see is Lefty because he's a lot more influential to the story than the rest of the Rockstars. Designs, they're pretty good. Oh, that was my freaking armchair. My chair's arm. Sorry. They're very similar to the toys. I don't know. Their voices are alright. I haven't been factoring in their voices, but since I know that all 5 of them have voices, they're alright. They're pretty decent. Well, I feel like personally Lefty's the best out of the 5. That's my personal opinion. Again, please don't hurt me. I'm actually gonna put them in. I think I'm gonna put low C or high D. Alright, for the benefit of the doubt, I'll give them in C. I'll put them in C, mainly because of Lefty, but also I think like Rockstar Foxy's really cool. Freddy's decent as well. Bonnie and Chica are pretty meh, but the mediocre Melodies. Oh boy. Okay. They're great. They're funny. Obviously. By the way, quick lineup. Happy Frog, Mr. Hippo, Pig Patch, Ned Bear, and Orville. I could only fit 4 icons on the thingies, so that's why Mr. Ned and Rockstar Chica and the rest of them aren't there. I just picked some of them. Well, obviously, the mediocres don't really hold basically any lore in the stories, aside from maybe being the animatronics that appeared in the Fnaf 3 minigame. Possibly. Otherwise, they're kind of just there. I mean, like, and they're all right. Trust me, they have nice voices. Mr. Hippo is awesome. But otherwise, all of them are just kind of meh. Like, think about it. If Mr. Hippo, like, I know Mr. Hippo is like the biggest meme of like all FNAF fans, between all FNAF fans rather. But if you think about it, if Mr. Hippo didn't have that little, speech thing, he would have probably just been the same boat as the rest of them. So honestly, yeah, I'm gonna stick him in D. Like, trust me, don't get me wrong, if you really like them, I think Mr. Hippo is great, but that's really only because of his lines. Otherwise, all of them are just kind of below average, either average or below average. Glam Rock. Okay, so as of recording this, Security Breach is not out. So we only really have their designs to look at. So Glam Rock Freddy, Glam Rock Chica, Roxanne, and Monty. Okay, and no. Vanny does not count. She's not a Glam Rock. They look fine from what I've seen, but obviously I can't really judge because they're not out officially. Freddy's voice, if the voice we heard from the teaser is Freddy's, it's really good. Otherwise, their designs are good. Monty's is my personal favorite. Monty is my favorite out of the 4 as of now. Just because I think his design's really cool. Freddy's alright, like his more unique and sleeker design. Chica's not bad. Roxanne's pretty cool. Otherwise, they're decent. I mean, I don't really have much to say. I'll have to really judge them when Security Breach comes out. So I'll just put them in C for now. But obviously that's subject to change if once Security Breach comes out. So yeah, moving along. From Glam Rock to Springlock. So yeah, that rhymes. Ha ha ha. So obviously there are not many Springlocks. The only characters are Fredbear, of course, Spring Bonnie, and then also there's the Night 4 sister location Night 4 suit, which is I guess is a Springlock suit. Sure, fair enough. But I didn't have an icon for that, so I just did Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. Plus the suit isn't really a character. So obviously the only character we've seen is Fredbear in Ultimate Custom Night, and he made a very, very, very brief appearance. Pardon me, Jesus, in the game. Less than I really wished. And we have yet to see Spring Money officially in a FNAF game. We've only seen him through the sprites. So, I don't know. It's hard. For one, I wish Fredbear looked less like Golden Freddy. Even though, you know, I am kind of wrong. Apparently there are design differences between the two. He has like a bigger head, smaller ears, not just the purple stuff. So my bad on that. But otherwise, you know, we need a Fredbear's game, really. That's what will make him higher up. So I feel bad about it, kind of, but I'm gonna stick him in C for now. Sorry if if Spring Bonnie or Fredbear happen to be fair. I do really like them. I still do like them, even if we haven't seen Spring Bonnie. He's really cool, and Fredbear, like, you know, is really cool as well. Phantom, okay. Not very strong, I will admit. Not a strong class, really. All of them are reskins. Like, you know, yeah, sure. Phantom Foxy's missing the hook. Phantom Freddy's missing a foot, I think. Yeah, I think he is. Otherwise, they're all skinned, and they just look like burned versions of their respective skinned, non-skinned, whatever you want to call characters. Not that good. They can't kill you. Lore, they're just they haven't been explained really. They're just hallucinations in FNAF 3. Chances of getting in AR, I haven't really mentioned AR, are probably slim to none. I can only see them in getting as like skins or something. That's really it. And yeah, they just haven't showed up a lot. So yeah, sorry, but if you like the Phantoms, but I'm gonna have to give them a D, to be honest. Like, they're not bad. Their designs aren't bad. I like Phantom Foxy, but that's basically it. Otherwise, like, their designs are bad, but it's just bad because they're reskins. Like, they're skins of already made animatronics. Like, if they were entirely different models, that would be a different story. You know, I'd probably give them a C, maybe possibly even a B if they looked really cool. But they're just skins, so, you know, just gonna stick them in D. Sorry, Phantom fans. Nightmare. Alright. So, nightmares are all of the nightmares from the base game, including Plush Trap, and all the Halloween DLC characters. So, Jacko Bonnie, Jacko Chica, Nightmarian, Nightmare BB, and Nightmare Mangle. And then also Dreadbear and Grim Foxy. That's fine. If they count as nightmares, they have the same jump scare sounds. They look enough. Yeah, that's fine. Because where else are you gonna stick them? Aside from, actually, maybe they should have gotten Holiday. I don't know. Whatever. It was on the wiki, so I just went with it. Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't be following the wiki, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, so the nightmares, their designs are very, very good. Like, really good. All of them are awesome. Most of them, at least. A lot of them I'd consider my favorite. I'm really struggling on who was my favorite nightmare, since a lot of them are really good. They are, well, obviously, like where they stand in the lore is obviously pretty tough on whether FNAF 4 is a dream or not, and if Dreadbears is somehow canon, which I don't think it is, but who knows. So yeah. So obviously the base characters are great. Freddy's great. Foxy's awesome, and Bonnie and Chica are pretty good as well. Fredbear boss fight was awesome. We kind of wish Nightmare wasn't a blackened skin of Fredbear, but what you gonna do? Jackos aren't bad. Nightmare Mangle is alright. Nightmarian is alright. Nightmare Baby's kind of annoying. Plush Trap's alright as well. And Dreadbear and Grim Foxy, they are very cool. Gotta admit. So, I don't know. Their designs are awesome. I'm honestly debating S tier or A tier. It's A tier for sure, but S tier. Are they S tier? I don't think they're better than the Wizards. Probably not better than the Fun. Well, maybe better than Fun Times. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a high A. It's a really solid A though. High A. Yeah, nightmares are great. That's all I gotta say. Shadows. So, okay, Shadows. So, only consists of Shadow Freddy, Shadow Bonnie, and, well, also the minigame BB and Puppet, if you want to call those Shadow BB, Shadow Puppet, and then XOR, aka Shadow DD. I mean, what can I say about them, really? Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, their place in the lore is kind of unknown on whether they're Springlock victims or whoever. They're pretty prevalent. Wait, yeah, is that the right word? Prevalent? I don't freaking know. You know the word I'm saying. In Fnaf 3, as like the minigame guys, Shadow DD can freaking piss off. Screw Shadow DD. Yeah, I'll give him D. Considering how small their group is and considering how average it is, it does have some crap characters, but what are you gonna do? Blacklight. Yes, this is a group. So this, I didn't even know this was a group, but it consists of like all the skins from Fnaf Help Wanted. The lineup consists of, and if you haven't heard of these guys, then I do not blame you whatsoever, consists of Dark Freddy, Neon Bonnie, Neon Chica, Burnt Foxy, Virtual Trap, and Shadow Mangle. Okay, so quick run through. Dark Freddy is from Hard Mode Parts and Service Hard Mode Freddy. Bonnie's from Hard Mode Parts and Service Bonnie. Neon Chica, Parts and Service Hard Mode Chica, and same thing for Foxy. You know what I mean. Virtual Trap, as from what they are called in the wiki, is that one time when Springtrap is like crawling at you and enter its hard mode one, and then Shadow Mangle is the second Mangle that you face off in Mangle's hard mode vent repair thingy. Okay, so first of all, they're all skins. Like, I'm gonna be real here. Second of all, like, they're so obscurely placed. Like, are they even technically characters? I don't think they are. Virtual Trap literally looks exactly the same. He looks like just a differently lighted Springtrap. Yeah, and Shadow Mangle is just a darkened Mangle, really. The Burnt Foxy skin actually looks kind of cool, I will admit, but otherwise, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they don't stick with me whatsoever. They're just kind of skin versions of them. I think this is gonna be the first F tier. Yeah, can't really say too much about them other than they're just obscurely placed. Holidays are really good. So this consists of Frost Bear, Shamrock Freddy, Chocolate Bonnie, Easter Bonnie, Firework Freddy, and Liberty Chica. So all of them are pretty dang good skins. I really like Frost Bear. Chocolate Bonnie is probably my favorite skin, and the rest of the skins are alright. Firework Freddy's kind of iffy, because he kind of just looks like Freddy with clothes. But yeah, he's alright nonetheless. They're all really good. I mean, they don't really have any place in the stories. None of the skins really have a place in the story. They're just skins. Well, obviously, duh. Freaking, yeah, like, I'm not Captain Obvious or anything. I'm gonna give the Holidays a B. They're all really good. I really like them. Alright, Arcade Animatronics. Alright, so, VR Toy Freddy, High Score Toy Chica, System Error Toy Bonnie, and 8-Bit Baby. All of them are, well, most of them are good. 8-Bit Baby, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like is kind of dumb. I would have much preferred like an actual skin of Baby rather than just her 8-bit self, but I guess I can let it slide. But the other three, honestly, I say I prefer more than the original toys. Like that, yeah, I think they're really good. System Error Toy Bonnie is my personal favorite, and the other two look awesome. I really like the bright and vibrant colors and textures that were put on them. So yeah, A or B? A or B? I'm gonna put them in B just because I don't think they're as good as these groups. But honestly, they're very good. They're very good. Wasteland Animatronics only consists of two, Radioactive Foxy and Toxic Springtrap. Both are great though, not gonna lie. Like, despite there being two characters only, they're both really good skins. Like, honestly, pardon. I mean, what's more there to say? Radioactive Foxy's textures and the double hooks are awesome, and all the growths and stuff on Toxic Springtrap just make him stand out so much. It's a great skin. Honestly, I'm gonna put these guys in B with the rest of them, despite there only being 2. Heatwave, not as strong as the other ones, but they're alright. I'd say Flamethrower Endo's my favorite. Broiler, because of how ridiculously awesome his little concept is. I never thought an Endoskeleton would get a skin, but now I'm actually really happy he did, just because I think he looks awesome. Broiler Baby ain't bad. Magma Cheek, Jesus, I did it frickin' again. Scorching Chica is not that bad. Flaming Springtrap's alright as well. So overall, not as good as the other ones, as the previous ones before it. So I'm gonna give it a C. It's not bad, it's not terrible. And last skin group is the Circus skins. Radioactive. Ringmaster Foxy, Magician Mangle, and Clown Springtrap. Clown Springtrap's kinda I don't really like the big, like how big he is. But I guess he's alright. And Magician Mangle and Fox. I can talk, guys, I swear. Ringmaster Foxy, they're pretty good as well. Again, not as strong as the other ones, which is why I'm gonna give them a C. But not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, now we're getting into the kind of random ones for the last 4. So, Endoskeleton. It consists of Endo 01, Endo 02, Nightmare Endoskeleton, Ennard, Yendo, and Molten Freddy. Okay, so I mean, well, obviously you have 2 of the best Fnaf characters, in my personal opinion, in the game, in that slot, in the games, in that category. And then you got some random, you got Yendo, who's fine, and then you just got the normal Endoskeletons that are pretty meh. I don't know, I mean, like, Ennard and Molten being in there alone makes it go really high up. But in my personal opinion, but otherwise the random character, like, who remembers the Nightmare Endoskeleton? Seriously, why is this a separate character? It's literally Nightmare Fredbear's Endoskeleton from VR. But I'm still really tempted to give it an A just because Ennard and Molten are in it. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna give it a B. Solely because Ennard and Molten Freddy are in it. Yendo is pretty cool as well. I will admit, pretty mysterious. But otherwise, you know, the rest of the Endoskeletons, they're just Endoskeletons. They're not interesting whatsoever. Cupcake! Yes, Cupcake is a group. Consists of the Cupcake, the Toy Cupcake, the Shadow Cupcake / Phantom Cupcake, Nightmare Cupcake, Golden Cupcake, Funtime Cupcake, etc., etc., etc. Bunch of cupcakes. Listen, it's fine if you think the cupcakes are funny. It's fine if you really like them. They're a good asset to Chica, mainly because they always show up with Chica. But like, I don't even consider the cupcakes as characters, really, in my personal opinion. Like, I don't. They're just kind of props for me. I don't know why they're not in non-animatronic, but I'm not gonna judge. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one an F tier. Sorry, boys. Sorry, Cupcake fans. But from pretty bad to really good, we have the unclassified group. So a lot of these characters I actually think deserve to be in non-unclassified things. Like, why the heck is Golden Freddy not in the classic lineup? The group consists of Golden Freddy, Springtrap, Scrap Trap, Music Man, El Chip, Dee Dee, and then the Moon, Sleepy Moon, and Happy Sun, was it called? I forget. I know the Moon's called Sleepy Moon because of the leaks, but I'm not sure about the Sun. But the Sun animatronic's in there too. Okay. So we got, right off the bat, we got frickin' some of the best characters in the series. You got Golden Freddy, you got Springtrap, you got Scrap Baby, and then you got some really, you got on the edge characters. You got Scrap Trap in that tier. You got L Chip, who overall is uninteresting. Music Man's alright, and as of now, Sleepy Moon and Smiley Sun. I think it's called Smiley Sun, but I could be wrong. They're not out, obviously, but from the looks of things, they're pretty creepy, not gonna lie. Jeez. So many of these characters are just great, but some of them are just kind of meh. We got freaking Dee Dee, who's just get it out of here. Dee Dee alone makes me not want to put this high. But honestly, dude, you got Golden Freddy, Springtrap, Scrap Baby, just some great characters, man. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in S tier. No, that's not. All right, hear me out. Yes, I know Springtrap's in that tier. I know I know I am biased to Springtrap, but I'm not trying to be biased here. Think about it. You got Golden Freddy, you got Scrap Baby, Springtrap. I know Scrap Trap is universally hated, but he does have a good factor into the lore. All of these guys have a good factor into the lore, except for freaking El Chip and Dee Dee and Music Man. Music Man's alright. I like him. Plus you got some mysterious characters who are gonna show up in Security Breach. Who knows what freaking Sleepy Moon and all of them are gonna do? Yeah, honestly, I think they deserve to be an unclassified. They deserve to be an unclassified. No, duh, that's their freaking. They deserve to be an S tier. That's what I was trying to say. And finally, non-animatronic. Okay, so basically every character that's not really a character. So what I can remember off the top of my head not from the wiki, because I do not want to look at the wiki again. The Magician, Little Joe, both from Sister Location. The primary control module heads, the little gypsy thing from Sister Location. Candy Cadet, Security Puppet, Gumball Swivel Hands, the Clowns, the Jukebox, the Egg Baby, a bunch of other things. Just a bunch of obscure characters that aren't even really characters. I'd say the best is Candy Cadet, because it's Candy Cadet. But otherwise, just like you don't even really consider. Who considers the frickin' Jukebox as a character? Oh, my favorite character is the Neon Jukebox. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Nah, no. Not like it's not even really a question. They're not memorable. Like who remembers the freaking Gumball Machine or the anything? Like the most memorable ones, Candy Cadet and probably Security Puppet. Otherwise, you don't just put all of them in the box of this is a prop. It's not an animatronic. But yeah, with my ranting aside from the non-animatronics, this is my FNAF categories tier list. I like how it just like went in like an arching. Nice. Anyway, yeah. So once again, disclaimer: this was all completely my opinion. If you think the non-animatronics are freaking great, better than the classics, better than everyone on this list, then by all means, that's fine. It's your opinion. I don't really mind. I don't mind at all, in fact. But yeah, this was my FNAF character classes tier list. Excuse me. This is pretty fun. It was actually pretty fun to make all the little icons. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to try out the tier list for yourself. And yeah, so that's it. Cliche outro stuff. Like as always, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, ring the notification bell, share the video with your friends, all that kind of stuff. And for that, I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Goodbye.